Hi, I'm Olivia.
Hi, I'm Maggie.
And this is Girls Talk Film. If you are a returning listener, welcome back. And if you're new, welcome. This is a podcast about movies. We pick 3 movies every week that share a similar tone, theme, style, type of character, and we compare and contrast.
Beautifully said. So this week, our topic is serial killers.
Yes, we decided to do only fictional serial killers.
Yes.
Which, just because we thought it'd be a little more fun.
We also, I think it can be, in bad taste sometimes.
Yeah.
Not talking about, we've covered movies that are based on real people before. Mm-hmm. But, I don't know, something about, serial killers, there's that whole argument of, people who use true crime and true events in that way to profit. Not that we profit from this podcast, but you know what I mean. So I think that was another reason.
No, that's fair. It's nice to not have to worry about sensitivity, which obviously would be something we would be worried about,
right? I think
if we were talking about real serial killers and their real victims. So we are going to be talking about some pretty iconic cinema serial killers. If you encountered a serial killer, do you think that he would pick you as a victim? Why or why not?
First date question. Honestly, statistics would tell me yes, because I'm a woman in her early to mid 20s. So yes, as history would show.
That's
and as
fair.
Some of these movies would show too. But I don't know. I feel like I'm a huge true crime listener and stuff like that.
You would know the tells.
Yeah, I think I would just if a man I didn't know came up to me, I would just leave.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine myself ever being in a situation. I mean, knock on wood, but
yeah. Yeah, no, our movies this week are filled with a lot of women voluntarily getting into cars with strange men.
I literally, one of my notes in one of the movies we're going to talk about is there no such thing as stranger danger?
I'm so sorry. At nighttime, you're
Yes.
going to get into a car with a strange man, girl.
Yeah.
At that point, come on.
Yeah.
I've lost a tiny bit of sympathy for you there.
What would a serial killer do you think would go after you?
No, because I walk really fast. I'm from New York, and I walk really fast.
You'd outrun him.
No, I would. He wouldn't be able to catch me. I know that for a fact. But I think if I was in a serial killer movie, if I was in a slasher, I think that, because I'm bookish and I mean, on here I talk a lot, but in groups, I'm definitely not the
More
loud one.
Same.
So I think I have real final girl potential.
Okay, well, that's a different question, is if you were in a slasher movie. I think if I was in a slasher movie, I would be the person who almost makes it and then gets killed at the end, in this big crazy climax, because
you guys are in the car, the audience thinks you're getting away,
and then I'm the one who gets dragged out of the car by the killer when you think he's dead, because I
see that for you.
I'm not a final girl, but again, because of my true crime, always aware.
You're I wouldn't be the first one.
Oh, hell no, I would not be the first one. That is a disgrace.
I am grabbing my sluttiest, blondest friend and throwing her.
To shout out to my best friend, because I know she's listening. That bitch is going first. I'm sorry. Just because she is so upbeat and blonde, and
she's first
she
victim
is
potential.
Most popular girl. Everyone loves her. I'm oh, you got that, sweetie. I'm gonna stay back here and live for another 45 minutes before the end of the movie.
Yeah. You have another 45 minutes in you.
I don't know if we would survive this first guy we're talking about, though.
I don't know either, honestly, but he's an odd one. I feel like.
Yeah.
So our first film that we're going to be talking about is maybe the second most iconic Hannibal Lecter, second most iconic cinematic serial killer, Patrick Bateman in American Psycho.
American Psycho, made in the year 2000, came out in the year 2000. It is a dark comedy directed by Mary Herron and written by Mary Herron, Guinevere Turner, and based on the novel by Bret Easton Ellis.
Yes. Have you read the novel?
No.
I unfortunately have.
Why unfortunately?
anyone who's read the novel knows that it's unfortunately. The novel is, okay, so, I mean, we're going to get into it in a second, but you know how the film opens with Patrick, like, systematically breaking down, like, the brand of everything he's wearing and, like, his skincare routine?
Very iconic.
Very iconic. The book is that, but for, like, 300 pages. And the way that he breaks that down, he also very systematically provides the details of, like, the brutal and horrible ways that he murders these women. The film does not get anywhere close to the level of, but I mean, that's kind of the whole point with the book, is that it becomes desensitizing because he's listing it out in the same way that he lists out, like, the colognes he
So
wears.
it's like a style choice.
It's a style choice, but readers will know once you read the rat scene, you don't come back from that.
I'm going to ask later when we're done what the
I
rat scene
actually
is.
think that, like, YouTube wouldn't allow me to describe it.
Wow.
On
Okay.
YouTube.
All right.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
You have to tell me after.
Yeah. But I low-key prefer the movie over the book, even though I think the book is more deliberate in, like, giving the message.
Right.
Where the movie is maybe, I don't know, it's more enjoyable than the book.
Okay, I'm just going to say this now because you just brought it up. And when we say this movie is like a dark comedy, it is really what the film is a satire on a certain capitalistic 80s broker businessman kind of model.
It's a satire of the, like, late 80s yuppie, essentially.
Yes. And the whole time I was watching this movie, I was literally, throwback to our episode on Wealth and The Wolf of Wall Street, when I was like, do people not think that this movie is making fun of Jordan Belfort? Like, because people, like, idolize, like, that, you know, bro mindset.
No, Jordan Belfort, I could get more than the way that certain men idolize Patrick Bateman. The man has a 12-step skincare routine. Like, this is who you want to be?
And well, more so, I was watching the movie. You're so right, by the way.
No, but it's like, he's so girly. Like,
and everyone calls him a dork in the movie.
because he is.
But, like, I was watching this movie and I was like, I'm sorry. People watch this film. People sit through this film and they don't realize it's a satire. How dumb are you?
No, this is such a clear satire.
From the get-go, from the opening scene.
It's so clearly satire, and it's honestly, like, a little worrying that some people don't understand it.
I was becoming concerned. Like, I talked in the last episode about, like, people who have, like, no media literacy. Oh my God, you have zero media literacy.
Yeah.
And I genuinely worry for you if you don't realize that American Psycho is a satire before it is a horror movie. Yes, it's a comedy.
It's a comedy. It's very funny.
Yeah.
Like, it's, if you have to go into it knowing that it's a comedy, I feel like. Because it's kind of, especially at the beginning, you can be a little tricked into taking it more seriously. Like, I watched it for the first time when I was maybe, like, 13. So my level of media literacy is not where it is now.
Right.
And when I was 13, I just remember, like, not really liking it because I didn't understand that it was meant to be funny.
Yeah.
Then watching it again years later, I'm laughing out loud. It's so funny. But I wasn't of the age where I knew enough about the world to realize it was a satire.
Well, also, like, in theme with us talking about, like, iconic, like, movie serial killers, I think people who don't really know what this movie is go into it thinking it's a horror movie.
It is not.
It's not even a little bit. The violence takes a strong backseat to the satirizing of this 80s yuppie lifestyle.
Yeah, it's truly not that violent.
No, really? I mean,
to be fair, just the other films that we watched this week were a lot more graphic.
And
so
also
to me, I was like, this is tame.
we also like that shit.
Yeah.
Like, Olivia and I like the, like, horror, gore, dark stuff. So it's
So for
not,
us, it
was very tame. But yeah, so the movie premiered at the 2000 Sundance Film Festival. It was distributed by Lionsgate Films and received a wide theatrical release in April of 2000, and initially received mixed reviews from the critics, but has since attracted a sizable following and is now hailed as a cult classic.
So the film is set in 1987, and we follow New York investment banker Patrick Bateman, who is played by Christian Bale, amazingly. He spends his days dining at trendy restaurants, obsessing over his physical appearance, and navigating very shallow social interactions with his friends who are also yuppies and virtually like carbon copies of him.
It's hilarious how they are all the exact same man.
They are. They're the same man. And that's kind of a thing in the movie, is that they're interchangeable from each other.
Exactly.
And he secretly despises most of these people. He like harbors a lot of resentments for pretty much everyone around him.
Yeah. And that resentment too is so like, there's such a like childish quality to Patrick.
Oh yeah.
And like that like hatred and like him despising them, really, like when those happen, like that narration or those scenes,
deeply funny.
It's like a tantrum. Like he like basically like throws a tantrum, was like, fuck you, I hate you, I wish you were dead.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, my favorite Christian Bale performance. I think I decided this watching it for the podcast.
Honestly, yeah, because I've never seen him be this funny.
Never seen him be this funny. And also just like something, I don't know about you, but sometimes when I watch like certain actors in movies, I'm like, they're doing a great job, but it's that actor. I'm not seeing the actor.
Yeah.
This, again, maybe because he's younger here, but like watching him, I felt like that. I was like, I'm not seeing Patrick, or I just call him Patrick Bateman. I'm not seeing Christian Bale at all. I'm seeing like Patrick Bateman. I'm only seeing the character.
I saw this really great interview with him. I forget what it was for, but where he talked about that he approaches every project with the idea of, if the director turns to me and says, you know what, I don't like the script, I want you to improv this scene. He goes into every project with the mentality of, I need to be prepared for that scenario.
Wow, what a great like inside actor thing.
Through voiceover, which is used throughout the film, Patrick's voiceover is very present in every scene. So Patrick details like the material accoutrement of his lifestyle. He takes us through his daily morning exercise regimen, his multi-step skincare routine. He's telling you about himself through the things that he does to take care of himself and the things that he owns.
First of all, like the OG Get Ready With Me King.
No, that's exactly what
it's
this
literally
is.
like come with me to do my morning routine.
Literally.
But it's so great. First of all, it's so iconic, this scene.
Yeah, he was ahead of the curve. Like,
yeah,
he didn't know what was coming.
But the narration throughout all of this film, but really in this opening sequence, I was like, just what a great intro to the character.
Mm-hmm. I also love that he tells you the building that he lives in, which is, of course, this like storied fancy building.
The Plaza Gardens or whatever it's called.
And it's like a very impressive place to live. He tells you where he lives before he even tells you his name.
Yeah.
Just showing kind of like the things that are important to him.
Yeah, it ends with that great, I simply am not there. That whole monologue is so good.
It's a fantastic montage.
Yeah.
It's just excellent. There's a reason it has remained so iconic.
Yeah, it's one of those things like that this opening the movie, you're like, yeah, this movie's gonna rock.
Yeah. So Patrick is engaged to Evelyn, who's played by Reese Witherspoon, but he's also having an affair with Evelyn's friend Courtney. Evelyn is also having an affair with Patrick's coworker.
Yeah, so the superficiality of Patrick's world is epitomized during a business meeting where he and his colleagues compare business cards.
It's the best scene.
It is such an amazing scene.
Yeah.
They fixate on like the quality and the design, not noticing that they all have misspelled words.
Oh yeah, like every single one of them has words misspelled on it, but none of them notice, and they're all talking about like the quality of the
coloring.
paper, the coloring.
I also
the
love
font.
I mean, they're basically all the same card. Like,
no, they're all genuinely indistinguishable from each other.
This scene, in my opinion, is like the perfect thing to show how this film is a satire. Like it just shows the whole message of the film so perfectly. How like these men are interchangeable, how they worry about such stupid things like the coloring of their business cards, how they all dress in the same suits, and it's mocking this lifestyle.
And also the way that a business card is this kind of curated presentation of who you are and the kind of person you are. And that is extremely serious to these people. Like how they come across and present themselves is who they are, which is the message of the film, essentially.
Yeah.
But Patrick is enraged. When I tell you, the man starts he's on the verge of tears.
No,
really.
he literally can't speak. Like he's whispering because he's that, like his throat is that tight.
Yes. When his colleague, Paul Allen, who's played by Jared Leto, has a superior card to his.
My friend,
his hand is shaking like as he looks at it. It is the funniest scene ever.
It is so funny, and my friends will do this thing sometimes where like we'll be like talking like, oh, I got the new iPhone. Oh my gosh, like I got this case for my iPhone, and then we'll be like, now let's see Paul Allen's card.
That's so good.
That is a movie quote that like we just pull out at the most random times.
Oh,
and it's so fun. Like I don't know, I chuckle so hard every time. So that night, Patrick encounters a homeless man and his dog in an alley and brutally murders them both.
yes. So this is the first time we see that he harbors a secret life as a serial killer. So in kind of his day-to-day, Patrick's resentment towards Paul starts to intensify after he learns that Paul is able to secure reservations at Dorsia, which is a famously exclusive restaurant that kind of is brought up throughout the film as a place that Patrick can't get a reservation at.
Yes, this is another like bit in the movie that
hilarious.
I'm like, it's so funny. Like this is how I'm like, how do people not realize this is a comedy? This is slapstick almost. When at the end when he's like, where do you want to go, Gene? She's like, Dorsia, and it's almost like dun 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 on Patrick's face because he's like sweating. Like that is something you would see on fucking like Disney Channel.
No,
like tell me it's not like slapstick.
And I'm sorry, like New York restaurant culture is that insufferable. Like it truly, truly is. Like you cannot tell me that like people have not had the same reaction about Carbone as they have about Dorsia.
Yeah, Carbone is literally Dorsia.
So good. Also, my $1 million idea is to start like a resi, but call it Dorsia.
Yes.
Like I'm just like, I would find that funny.
You would only get like film people as your clients, but honestly it's such a niche like that.
Yeah, like a reservation service that's called Dorsia. That's hilarious.
Yeah. So at a party, Patrick arranges a dinner with Alan, and Alan mistakes him for another coworker, Marcus Halberstram. So like you were saying, them all being so interchangeable actually like works into the plot.
Yeah, and throughout the film, Patrick is mistaken for different people. So yeah, Paul Allen, who works at the same company that Patrick works at, has a corner office at. Paul thinks he's a completely different guy who does look identical to him, but they all look identical.
Yeah, I mean, Patrick's like, oh, I can see why he like we wear the same glasses in the same suit, but it's like, well, Patrick, you all wear the same suit and you all have the same glasses. So
he's like, we get our haircut at the same place, but my haircut is slightly superior.
That is so like Patrick being a dork.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh, shut up, Patrick.
So after dinner, Patrick invites Paul back to his apartment and murders him with an axe while they listen to Huey Lewis and the news, and he like mansplains Huey Lewis and the news to Paul.
Hip to be square, or what is it? Like that line?
It's hip to be square.
Oh
yeah.
my God, yeah.
And he's doing his little thing.
His little jance.
It's so funny. It's probably like the most famous murder scene in the film.
It's also inspired so many film girl Halloween costumes with that rain jacket and the axe. And
I did do it in college.
Oh, I remember because I drove you around to get Halloween costumes and then you lost your credit card.
That's right. That's right.
That was such a funny night.
It came together though.
Yeah, it looked great.
No, it did. It looked really good.
Cute. So Patrick then disposes of the body and breaks into Paul Allen's apartment, leaving a message on his answering machine claiming that he has gone to London. He also like packs a suitcase and like makes it look like Paul has left.
So days later, private investigator Donald Kimball, who's played by Willem Dafoe, shows up at Patrick's office and questions him about Alan's disappearance.
My goat, Willem Dafoe.
So
I
good.
love
He
him.
kind of just like pops up in like 3 scenes.
Yeah, and he was great.
Yeah, no, really good. Patrick is starting to devolve a little bit. I think
Spiraling.
he's spiraling. The fact that the private investigator came to talk to him has like really gotten into his head.
And he's like sweating hard in that scene. Like,
Yeah.
he stumbles. He is like kind of, he tries to play it cool, but like you can tell he's like panicking.
Yes, very much so. And his like kind of, I guess, like violent urges become harder to repress. And he even says, I think over voiceover, that he feels like his bloodlust is seeping into his everyday, where he usually was able to kind of keep it contained. He murders a model. He nearly kills his coworker, Lewis. And he almost kills his secretary, Jean, who's played by Chloe Sevigny. Love her.
Love her.
Coolest girl ever. Yeah, he's just getting he's getting less careful about the types of people that he kills.
So Patrick meets with the detective, who tells him that a colleague claims to have dined with Paul on the night of his disappearance, which solidifies Patrick's alibi. Kimball thus dismisses the idea of Paul being murdered. Patrick is relieved in the beginning, but like we said, he's spiraling, so it's
unnerving. And he's also kind of like, wait, who had dinner with Paul that night? Because I had dinner with Paul that night. So
Yeah.
who's saying, like, basically, like, who is creating this alibi for me? Because I know what happened that night.
Yeah, so after that, Patrick has a threesome with his friend Elizabeth and a prostitute named Christy at Paul's apartment. Well, her name's not Christy, but Patrick is like, tonight you'll be Christy.
Yeah, Patrick names her Christy.
Yes, at Paul Allen's now empty apartment. So in this threesome, Bateman kills Elizabeth during sex. Christy sees this, terrified. She flees away, encountering multiple female corpses throughout the apartment as she looks for an exit. She's chased down the hallway. This is another like super iconic scene. Chased down the hallway by Patrick, who is wielding a chainsaw and like
He's naked, covered in blood, and has a chainsaw, and is like laughing like an insane person, because he is an insane person.
naked except for those 80s sneakers.
Yes,
Like
that's
those
so
thick-
right. Those white sneakers.
Yeah, I couldn't help but like giggle at that. Patrick drops the chainsaw on her head as she runs down the stairs, killing her.
Yeah, kind of a crazy scene, just because it's like when he dropped the chainsaw, even watching it this is like probably my 5th time watching this movie, even watching it again, it's like, there's no way.
No.
There's no way you like perfectly timed it to get her right in the head, which he does.
Well, you're
I
bringing
know,
up
I know.
the interesting point that we'll get to. So Patrick is continuing to unravel. As we said, he's doing before. He breaks up with Evelyn and sees an ATM display the message, "Feed me a stray cat."
I love this scene. It's so funny.
It's so great.
And he like tries to shove a cat into the ATM.
And then conveniently a kitten is at his feet and he picks it up, and it's so perfect.
Yeah, and he tries to shove it into the ATM, and then when that doesn't work, he just like points a gun at it.
Yeah, he's literally just going to shoot it.
Yeah, and then like a passerby, a woman, intervenes, and he just shoots her instead. And then all of a sudden, all these police cars show up, and they start like trying to arrest him, and then he just starts shooting at them, which inexplicably just blows up one of their cars.
That's my favorite, when the car explodes and he looks at the gun like, huh?
Yeah.
Like even he is like, whoa, what the fuck? That shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
I went too far.
So it's becoming unclear how much of his like secret life as a serial killer is real or fantasy. But again, that's kind of the idea. It's that Patrick is more of a symbol and a satire than an actual man. Like, this isn't a psychological profile. I like the fact that the movie is emphasizing that he is a construct by making him, like, he's not memorable to anyone he meets. No one remembers. Everyone's always calling him the wrong name. They always think he's a different person. His like murders, which are maybe his way to like assert his humanity, that might not be real. Like, reality is starting to bend around him to the point that it's like the world isn't responding to him the way a world would respond to a normal human being.
Totally.
Which is like a bit of a meta thing in the film to reinforce the fact that he's not real. He's a construct and a satire of a type of person.
Right. Like it says in the narration, there is an idea to Patrick Bateman, but I simply am not there. I'm paraphrasing, but Patrick leaves a voicemail to his lawyer, Harold, confessing to about 40 murders, admitting that he has even cannibalized a few of his victims.
Yeah, and that's right. Like, he runs away from the police and is like calling his lawyer in a panic. Just
yeah,
being
there's like a helicopter outside. It's like a movie.
Literally.
Yeah, quite literally.
The following morning, Patrick goes to Paul's apartment, and Paul's apartment is where he's like been stashing the bodies
That's
of
the
all
room
the people he's
that
killed.
Christy runs through, where you literally just see like dead bodies everywhere.
And he's obviously expecting it to be full of the dead bodies that he left there. It's empty. There's a realtor there. Like, they're trying to sell it. And he's extremely confused by this. So Patrick then goes to meet some friends for lunch at a restaurant and then runs into his lawyer, who he called the previous night and confessed the murders to.
Also, where he said in that phone call, like, I'll be at this restaurant. So, like, kind of to him confirming that the lawyer heard the message.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he goes up to him, like, obviously, like, help me. And his lawyer, Harold, like, just starts laughing and is like, oh, like, good joke last night. Like, that was really funny.
Yeah, he mistakes Patrick for another colleague. And you're right. He's like, man, funny stuff about Bateman. Like,
very funny.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah, I just had dinner with Paul in London a few days ago, which is where Patrick told everyone Paul was, but he murdered Paul.
Yeah. That's such a great scene too, when Patrick is like, no, like, he's like so insistent. He's basically confessing. He's like, I killed Paul Allen. The lawyer's like, that's impossible because I was just with Paul Allen for 2 days in London. And Patrick's face hearing that like his lie that he made up has
like become real somehow.
Yeah, or was always real. And then it just makes you look back and you're like, oh, wait. Like, so how much of it has actually been in his head? Because Paul Allen is like really, I don't know, like what, the second.
Paul's the second person that we see him kill. I think we can assume, just based on context clues, that Patrick likely has killed before the movie starts.
But Paul Allen is really like the first one in his world of people.
Yes. And very possibly the first person he's ever killed that was in his world of people.
Right. So confused, Bateman then returns to his friend's table. Through the narration, he acknowledges the realization that he will continue to escape punishment and will never find catharsis, ending the film with, this confession has meant nothing.
Oh, it's so good.
Gives you goosebumps.
No, it does. I hadn't watched it for probably since I was like 15 or 16. And watching it again, one, I found it funnier than I've ever found it. And two, I feel like it's even more resonant today than it was when it was made in the 80s, because the kind of like capitalist, consumerist culture of the 80s, where it's like we're starting to define ourselves by the things we own and by the types of things we consume, that has only gotten worse now with social media. I mean, even Patrick going through his skincare routine, I'm like, I saw 5 TikToks today.
Yeah,
that are
do
exactly
the same
this.
Thing.
I wrote down when I was watching it, we have all become mini Patrick Batemans. We identify ourselves through the things we own and consume. We construct our online identities in the same way that Patrick constructs himself. Even his like intense fitness regimen, like, is that not every influencer? I also wrote when I watched it, I was really feeling myself when I watched this.
Oh my God.
I wrote, we're all becoming copies of each other, all wearing the same mask.
That is a Tumblr post right there.
I know.
That last line.
Oof, that was.
But
emo as hell.
honestly,
but it's true.
You're
and it's
right.
Like, no, but it's the thing of we're all buying the same shit. Like because an influencer told us to. Sorry,
those Labubu.
Oh
things.
my god, it's so stupid. Loki, I want one, but like. The craze around it is so stupid. I'm like, they're cute, but they're not like that big of a deal. It's because it's something that's like kind of ironically really expensive. So you're sending the message that one, I can afford this thing. And then two, but I'm like unserious about it. I have enough money to be unserious about something like this.
Yeah,
sorry.
I went on a rant there.
I'm so sorry.
I mentioned Labubu and Olivia sees red.
I hate those kinds of consumer-driven trends.
Oh,
and
I do too.
And I hate that every trend we have now is consumer-driven.
Yeah,
like everything is about. It's not about who you are or what you do or how you think. It's about what you're wearing. Are you like buying the same boots that everyone's buying this season? What are we wearing this fall? Like 90s lip combo. And it's like the same fucking one that every single girl is doing. Like if one influencer posts about a makeup product, it's like if Alex Earl posts about a lip gloss, that lip gloss sells out.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Like that's scary that we're all trying to reconstruct ourselves online to be like the people we admire. We're all becoming Patrick Bateman.
No, I think you said it really beautifully because.
Sorry, I'm like yelling now.
I know. Again, damn, sees red.
Low-key, I'm like, I forgot we're like doing a podcast.
Olivia just blacked out for a second.
I don't know. It's just like watching it again really brought up a lot of feelings.
No, you're kind of giving me goosebumps. Like, honestly, thinking back on this movie in a 2025 perspective, like, you're right. I mean, what thing aside from kill people has Patrick Bateman, like, in his 80s yuppie lifestyle, what has he not shown us that, like, we don't see scrolling on TikTok every day or go to any like influencer's page? They have a video of all their stuff.
The obsession with surface level aesthetics that is satirized here today doesn't seem as satirical as it probably seemed in the 80s because we're all like this now. Like, who doesn't know, like, okay, so I use like the Laneige face wash and then like I go in with like my whatever toner followed by whatever serum followed by my CeraVe moisturizer. It's like he's all of us. Back then that was ridiculous. Today that's standard. And honestly, it's like if you don't do that, it's strange. And Patrick's whole MO, he says it right out. All he wants to do is fit in.
Ooh, you just gave me goosebumps again.
Oh my God. But sorry.
Okay, rant.
I'm like sweating.
No, I completely agree with you.
I'm done now.
Okay. So what would your final rating for this movie be?
Probably like 8.
I gave it an 8. 8 out of 10. Yeah.
Solid 8.
Yeah, it's so funny. Like, I had never seen this movie like fully start to finish. I had always just like seen the beginning a few times.
How was it all the way through?
It was great. It was great. Especially because like you, I think the first time I probably saw part of this movie was when I was like 13, 14. So I kind of was like, I don't really get it. But watching it now, like, you know, even the scene where the man, at one point, like a man kind of makes a sexual kind of pass at Patrick, and Patrick is so disgusted like at the thought of being like considered a homosexual.
He almost murders him.
And then when he's washing his hands, he keeps on his gloves. He's washing his leather gloves, and I was like, that's just so funny.
It is
like that slapstick almost.
No, it literally is. And Christian Bale's performance really
is so good.
It is so funny that so many people have either like not watched the movie and only just seen clips of it, or watched it and just completely took everything out of context to try to make Patrick Bateman into this kind of like badass, like
edgelord. I don't know.
Yeah, like edgelord type of figure, when it's like Patrick is lame. And he's
a dork.
Thinks he's lame.
Everyone calls him a dork to his face.
They call him a dork. They don't even, he's so nobody that people, like, no one even knows who he is.
Yeah, like he's not cool even a little bit.
I love how meta it gets at the end with that is anything that he did even real?
Right. Was any of what we saw, did it actually happen?
Mm-hmm. Which I know there's a lot of debate on, like, what does the ending mean? Don't know. Don't really know. But I like to think that it's like a meta commentary on the fact that he is a construct and not a real character.
Yeah, I was going to say that's how I've always kind of interpreted the ending.
That's the most fun way to interpret it.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, just like a really good film. Completely understand why it's become so iconic. Like, as years have gone on, it'll probably continue to be iconic. I can't see this one like dying out of the cultural consciousness anytime soon.
Totally. Next film.
Oh,
let's go.
Yes.
All right. So our next movie is one that I had never heard of. It was Olivia's pick, and I'm so happy she picked it. It was so great.
We watched this one together, and it was a lot of fun.
It was so much fun. It is Death Proof from 2007, a Tarantino film.
Yes. It's probably Tarantino's least well-known film.
I had no idea this movie existed.
That's fair. A lot of people don't. And it's also Tarantino has said that he thinks it's his weakest film, but that he loves it anyway. I kind of agree with both. I'm like, it probably is his weakest film, but I also love it anyway.
I don't know. I mean, I've seen some Tarantino. I haven't seen a lot.
Right. Yeah.
So I can't say if it's like his weakest movie, but I gotta say I think it's like one of my favorite movies of his. It's just so fun. And it's
so fun. And it's so unapologetic about what it is in a fun way.
And it's so short.
Movie. It's really short. It's a slasher movie.
Yeah.
This is the Tarantinoification of a 70s B-movie slasher.
Like drive-in movie.
Yes.
Hook up with your boyfriend in the back of the truck, like crappy slasher.
100%. And so this movie actually came out as part of a double feature that was called Grindhouse with Robert Rodriguez's Planet Terror, which is similarly B-movie vibes.
Okay.
And it was kind of, they were trying to, with these two films together called Grindhouse, reinvent the double feature, like the drive-in double feature. Mm-hmm. But I think, for audiences in 2007, seeing two movies was a lot.
Yeah.
And it was two movies, and then they made fake trailers for like other B movies to play in between the two.
Oh my God, I love that.
It's fun. Eli Roth directs one of the trailers. Like, it's like, I loved the concept behind this. And apparently people who did see the Grindhouse double feature when it originally came out, they said that the energy in the crowd was like nothing else.
That's so great.
But it just wasn't enough people. It was film people that went to see the double feature. But yeah, it was distributed by Dimension Films. It received a wide theatrical release in April 2007. And yeah, no, it's a really fun movie.
I'm excited to talk about it.
Same.
So the movie is separated into two distinct halves. The first half of the movie begins with Arlene, who's played by Vanessa Ferlito, Shayna, who is played by Jordan Ladd, and radio DJ Jungle Julia, who's played by Sidney Poitier.
Sidney Poitier's daughter.
Oh.
He's an I. She has a Y.
Okay. I literally was like, okay. Sidney Poitier?
Sidney Poitier, the actor that you know, did have a daughter and named her Sidney Poitier, but Sidney with a Y. And she plays DJ Jungle Julia in this movie. She's pretty good, honestly. Like, she's good.
She holds her own.
Yeah.
The three girls are headed out for a night in Austin, Texas to celebrate Julia's birthday.
Yes. So they head to a bar, and this is very like Shanna and Julia live in Texas together. Arlene has flown in. I think they're friends from college.
Right. You can only guess.
Exactly. Like, they're catching up. They're like basically preparing for a really fun night out, and then they're going to go out to Shanna's like lake house, her parents' lake house for the weekend. So they're like in for a fun weekend. I do love the energy of like a group of girlfriends like headed out for a fun weekend.
I just had a fun like little lake few
did.
days, with my girlfriends, and like the energy is just like no other. Like we were going crazy. It was so much fun.
It's the best. Like it's just such good vibes.
Yeah.
So they all head to the first bar of the evening, where Julia tells Arlene that she has made a radio announcement saying that Arlene would give a lap dance to one lucky man if he addresses her as Butterfly, buys her a drink, and recites a segment of a poem. Arlene is like really annoyed about this because she's like,
right. I don't want to give a lap dance to some random guy.
Like, I don't want to give a lap dance. And also, Julia is kind of like a local celebrity. Like, a lot of people listen to her radio show. So Arlene's like, am I going to be like being harassed all night about this? Like, I don't want that. But she kind of like decides to laugh it off.
Yeah, it's quickly like kind of forgiven.
Yeah, and then Julia's like, you know what? If you don't want to do it, you can just say that you already did it for someone earlier in the night, and that like they came too late. But like, you know, if there's a cute guy, maybe you want to do it. Yeah. So the ladies then head to another bar. Unbeknownst to them, however, they are being trailed by an aging Hollywood stunt double known as Stuntman Mike. Yeah. And he is played by Kurt Russell. So good. So good. He's so perfect in this. Apparently, Tarantino originally wanted to give the role to Mickey Rourke. Kurt Russell was thank God Mickey Rourke,
I was
like,
just going to say, thank God.
Kurt Russell is so good in this. So he enters the next bar that all the girls are at, and he introduces himself, and he also calls Arlene Butterfly, recites the poem, and he claims the lap dance. And she like initially doesn't want to do it for him. Yeah, because he's creepy. And she's also noticed that his car has followed them on this road trip. Yes, that's right. He has a very distinct car. And she saw it earlier in the night and was like, that's a weird car. And then seeing it again now this guy's the one coming up to her and asking for the lap dance. She's like, something's like a little off about this. But he kind of charms her. Yeah, by the end of it, she's willing to do the lap dance. And oh my God, first of all, hottie, like, hello. I have one note, and it's goddamn. Yeah. Like, so also she does the lap dance to Down in Mexico by the Coasters. I have, since Olivia has shown me this movie, the soundtrack has been so on repeat. Guys, watch the movie for the soundtrack alone. It's amazing. It is so great. She gives him the best lap dance. Like, when I tell you, I was like taking notes, like, write that down. She gives him the best lap dance that maybe anyone has ever given. No, yeah, like, if you have not seen this scene, like, it's insane. Woof. No clothes come off. Sexiest thing any woman has ever done in a movie. And if you listen to the song before you watch the lap dance scene, you're like, who the fuck could give a lap dance to this song? And yet it works so well. Like, it's now when I hear that song, I'm like, oh, it's getting hot in here. No, literally. Now it's like sexy music, even though it's not. It's literally not. It's just like a really good song. But yeah, and a great scene. It is a really good scene. I remember we were watching it together, and you were like, this is going on for a while, but I don't mind. Literally, I was like, oh, they're going to do the full song, and I like it. Yeah, like, no, okay. Because it's like she keeps doing like new fun things. Yeah. Like, okay, girl. You go. So when the bar starts to close down, the girls leave together, and Mike offers a ride home to another bar patron. Her name is Pam. She's played by Rose McGowan. And she was stood up by her date tonight. So her and Stuntman Mike kind of like got into a little conversation at the bar earlier. Exactly. Yeah, no, she was stood up. She like doesn't really know how she's going to get home because she was drinking, waiting for her date who never showed. So Mike takes Pam to his vehicle, which is a Hollywood stunt car that is rigged with a roll cage. He tells her his car is death proof. That's the name of the movie. Oh my gosh.
Once they start driving, he gleefully clarifies that the car is only death-proof for the driver. He then speeds up and slams on the brakes, crashing Pam into the dashboard and like absolutely messing up her face and smashing her skull and killing her.
Yeah. So essentially, we learn now that Mike has like pictures of the 3 other girls, like in his sunglass case. Like he has planned this. And he has been tracking the 3 girls that we were initially following. This is a slasher, but he kills people with his car, and it's so fun.
It's so cool. So he catches up to the car with the 3 girls in it that we saw earlier. He then,
sorry.
No, go.
He like speeds up ahead of them really fast and then turns around.
And turns off his lights.
Turns off his lights and then at full speed crashes into them.
That playback, when it shows how they all die individually, I was like, oh shit.
They re-show the moment of the crash from different angles to show how each one of the girls dies. And it's so fun. It's so fun.
No.
One of them had their leg like hanging out the window and her leg gets sliced off and like flops to the ground.
One girl, the tire just runs on her face. So her face just gets like completely like wrecked.
It is the most like fun, silly gore ever. Like it's like brutal, but in a way that's a lot of fun.
And I don't even like gore. Okay, well, like I do.
Oh, come on, Maggie.
I do, but it's not like, I'm usually not like having fun when I watch it in a weird way. But this, I was like, oh my God, it's reminding me of that one interview he did where the woman's like, well, why do you like to show blood and all this gore? And he's like, because it's fun. Like, I was like, yeah, this is pretty fun. I can't even blame him.
Also, in that interview, it was Tarantino defending that young girls as young as 12 or 13 would love Kill Bill.
Yeah.
And you know what? I watched Kill Bill when I was 12, and that was my favorite fucking movie. I worshipped at the altar of Kill Bill when I was 12. So he was right.
Yeah, honestly, like, good point.
No, yeah, it's like, oh, that's who you made, because he was like, yeah, like, that's who I made the movie for, was like, you know, teenager, preteen girls who like want to see like a badass woman kicking ass. And I'm like, you know what? I did. And yes, like you reached your target audience.
So Mike survives this car crash because he's on the death-proof little side. He walks away with no injuries. While the local sheriff does believe that Mike killed the girls intentionally, he can't be charged because he was sober while the women were intoxicated.
Yeah, like the sheriff who's investigating it is like, I kind of know that this was on purpose because like everything's a little too convenient here. Mm-hmm. Like you were in a stunt car and like crashed into these women head on.
Right. And you're completely fine.
Mm-hmm. Like he knows something's up, but because they tested the women's like blood alcohol levels post-mortem, he's like, he can't blame Mike, which sucks because it was on purpose.
All right. He's a serial killer.
Yes.
So the film picks up 14 months later in Tennessee, and we're now following a different group of women. So there is the makeup artist Abernathy. She is played by Rosario Dawson. And then there is stunt driver Kim, played by Tracy Thomas, and a like up and coming actress Lee, and she is played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Yes, and they're all working on a film together, and they're like on break from whatever film they're shooting. And unknowingly, they are being followed by stuntman Mike in his car. So this kind of reprises the same setup as the first half. It's literally the exact same thing. It's like 3 sexy ladies being followed by Mike. So right away, we're being set up for, you know, our expectations are set.
Right.
For what's about to happen.
Right.
And also this is Tarantino very much playing into genre tropes. Like all the women are very sexy and they're shot like they shot women in the 70s.
How about feet first? This movie.
This is Tarantino's most feet movie.
Oh, you guys,
it's bad.
It got to a point when we were watching the movie,
it was gratuitous.
I literally turned to Olivia and I was like, okay, but this is a joke, right? Like this is like feet shot number 7. And we're like 15 minutes in.
There's one scene where like they're all sitting on a porch, and this one girl has her feet out in the rain. And it's like
a close-up pan of the wet feet. And Olivia was like, all right, that one's a little crazy.
Like,
I'll give
that's
it.
like literally just foot porn
No.
at that point. Like, that is what that is.
Yeah, like
the feet stuff is a lot.
it's too much.
It's gratuitous.
Like,
it
was
really
like,
is.
come on, man. You're not doing yourself any favors with this one.
No, like, if anyone tries to deny that he is a foot thing, and like they've seen this movie, that you can't see this movie and like deny that he has a foot thing. He clearly is a foot thing. But anyway, this is kind of, it has the setup of the 70s slasher where like women look sexy and get murdered in brutal ways. And we did that with the first group. They looked sexy and they got murdered in brutal ways. And you're kind of expecting this second group of women to follow that formula as well. But this is where he like Tarantino's it. And your expectations are subverted in a very fun way.
Very fun way. So along with the three girls we've met, they also pick up their friend. She is a New Zealander stunt woman named Zoe, and she's played by Zoe Bell. From the airport, they get lunch, and Zoe tells them she wants to test drive a 1970 Dodge Challenger and has found one for sale nearby.
Yeah, she's like, I'm in America. I am a stunt driver as well as well,
one
we know
of the other
stuntman
girls.
Mike is too.
Yeah,
and now two of these women we know are stunt people. So yeah, she's like, now that I'm in America, I want to like do an American car thing and drive a Dodge Challenger, just like the one in, what was it, Breaking Point? They referenced a movie.
I think it's
that
Breaking
I hadn't
Point.
seen. Yeah.
So they convince the owner of the car to let them do a test drive unsupervised. And Zoe tells Abernathy and Kim that she wants to play a game called Ship's Mass, where she rides on the hood of the car while holding seatbelts that have been like kind of fastened to the sides, while Kim drives at like a super high speed.
It's insane.
It's insane. Kim is like kind of hesitant at first, but eventually kind of gives in.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is the most like insane show. It's like stuff you do when you're on drugs.
No, literally. But, you know, they do it. They have fun. Zoe is obviously a professional stunt woman. And just like fun fact, every stunt in these scenes were real and were performed by the actors.
That's fucking crazy.
I know. Like it's, if you haven't seen this, like it's wild. Like she is just hanging off of the hood of this car,
being flipped over. Like it's crazy.
It's going like 100 miles an hour. It's very scary.
Yeah.
So they have fun with it, and they notice a little too late that Mike is following them in his car. He rear ends them, which causes Zoe to like almost fall off the hood of the car. That she's riding on the front of the car.
Yeah, and now she's lost the grip like from the belt, so she's holding on to nothing.
Yeah, she's like kind of just like
Coasting.
Spider-Manning it on the hood of the
while
car.
they're getting rear-ended.
So she's like forced to hold onto the hood as Mike just continues to ram into the car. Like he clearly wants to kill them.
Yeah, he wants to run them off the road.
Yes, and it is like he is ramming into the car. They're screaming. They're so scared. But Kim, who's driving the car, is a stunt driver. So kind of miraculously, she's able to hold her own and like kind of pass him at certain points only because
she has this training.
She does. Yeah.
So Mike T-bones the Charger and Zoe is thrown off of the hood. Kim pulls over and actually shoots at him with a gun that we saw earlier.
And this is just the best part because so they pull over and Mike gets out of his car and is like, ladies, like
he's like laughing.
He's laughing. Their friend who got thrown off the hood, like she might be dead. They don't know. And he was like, that was so much fun. Like, ha ha ha. And
I had a great time.
In the most like condescending way. And she whips out a pistol and just shoots him.
Yeah, gets him right in the shoulder.
No, and then he like freaks out, like ducks back into his car. Drives away. But it's like in that moment, it's like, okay, maybe you've now picked the wrong group.
Oh, well, he definitely did because he flees very quickly. And then Zoe comes out, so we see that now she is okay.
And they had kind of established early on that she was able to like kind of be like fall off of things and be okay. Like that they're like, oh, like Zoe's like a cat. Like she can get thrown around and fall from any height and like she'll like kind of miraculously be fine.
Yeah, so she's fine, but it's so funny because at first one of the girls is like, oh, all right, let's call the police. So let's get out of here. And then I think it's Kim. Kim's like, no, fuck that. We're gonna go kill that guy. He just tried to kill us. Like,
it's the best.
It is. That was the moment in the movie I was like, oh my God, yes, I'm in. I'm down.
They grab like metal pipes from like around the street and are like, let's fucking go.
Yeah, they hop in their car, immediately start running Mike off the road. Like he is in fear for his life.
And the way that the moment he gets shot, he becomes like a whiny little bitch.
Oh,
like
he is so pathetic.
He's so pathetic. He's like crying. He's like pleading with them, and they're like, "Fuck you!"
They are
like
so.
They're
ruthless.
like laughing at him.
Yeah, they're like, "Whoa, little bitch," crying. Like it's so funny. So they finally manage to flip Mike's car off the road. They drag him from the wreckage and beat him to death.
It's so good.
And the film ends on a freeze frame of after they've killed him, like jumping in the air, cheering.
Going like, yeah. And then it's a freeze frame and then the movie ends. It's great.
Oh, it was so much fun.
And also like the car chase sequence of like him chasing them and then it flips and then they're chasing him. It's like 20 minutes long. It is maybe the best like car scene I've ever seen in a movie.
It's so entertaining.
And I've seen all the classic car movies. I've seen Le Mans, Dad. I've seen all the movies that you're going to tell me have better car scenes. I've seen them. This is like so good. It's so fun. And you're like clenched up watching. Like it's stressful.
Oh no, that first half when he is trying to run them off the road, I mean, my heart, I was with you. I literally couldn't sit still.
I know. It's scary. And I also I love to kind of move even away from just like that the car scene is amazing. It is, if you're at all into cars, like this is a must watch.
If you're into cars, this is the movie for you.
It's a car movie, like to its very core. I mean, his weapon is his car.
Yeah.
Which is just so fun. But also, I mean, there is something a little to the way that... So Mike is a stuntman. They ask him what movies he's been in. No one knows. Like, and then they ask like the bartender at one point. The bartender doesn't know. But he's like, no, but I think he is a stuntman. Mike references some old movies at some point and are like, oh, but like you guys probably don't know what it is. The way he talks to all the women is so condescending. Is it not a little bit of like this dying breed of like macho man who's at once like hates these young women and then at the same time desires them and wants to be desired by them?
Totally.
Like he's such a creep.
No, he is. So final rating on Death Proof?
Probably like a 7.5.
Honestly, I'm going to give it like an 8.5.
Good. Honestly, I'm happy you liked it so much.
I thought it was so much fun. Like, again, I'm always kind of like on Tarantino. I haven't seen all of his movies, but like this one, I was like, at first, well, this one I was like, oh my gosh, so much fun. But at first I was a little like iffy. Not iffy, but this movie was a little bit lower for me because I wasn't really used to the idea of like the first half of the movie and then the second half of the movie.
And they're very distinct.
Very distinct. And like, it just threw me for a loop for a second. But then now that I know like kind of what it's meant to be and knowing that going in, I think I would like love it. Like watching it again.
It's a fun one to rewatch.
Yeah.
It has like a lot
great.
of rewatch. It has a high rewatchability factor.
It was just so much fun. I thought like the, visuals were great too. I love how the first half is in that like old film, like, and it'll have like skipping and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's so cool.
It is just so fun. And also Tarantino DP'd this film as well.
Yes, he did.
Which he hasn't done, I don't think, for any of his other films, as far as I'm aware.
But yeah, just great film. I thought it was so much fun.
It's a lot of fun, and it kind of goes a little under the radar, so people should definitely check it out. It's really good. And as a serial killer, Stuntman Mike is great because he is kind of scary in the first half. Like, he's creepy and scary.
Boogeyman.
Yeah. And then watching him just like literally crying.
Oh no, it's so pathetic. He's like, I'm sorry, please don't hurt me.
It's so good.
It's so funny.
And then it's just like, oh, like this guy that was positioned to be kind of cool and like scary and cool in the first half is like, no, you're just like, you're an asshole and you're a bitch.
Oh yeah. So I loved it.
Yeah, no, very good one.
I also loved this final movie we're going to talk about.
Me too.
I'm so happy we discovered this gem. Olivia and I had never seen this movie before.
This is a first watch for both of us. It is a Korean film that came out in 2010. It's called I Saw the Devil.
Great movie.
Neither of us were expecting to love it as much as we did. It was a first watch for both of us. So happy we watched it.
I mean, we should have known.
Yeah.
This is our third movie that we've covered that's come from South Korea, and banger every time.
Truly.
I mean, they are the Michael Jordan of
countries to make films.
Yeah, literally.
No, fully. Like, South Korea comes out with so many banger movies. It's like, I don't know what they're doing over there, but like,
I don't
Hollywood
know what's in the
notes.
water. Yeah, like I don't know, but this was a great movie. So it's a thriller directed by also like Old Boy and Parasite. We're gonna try our best with these names, but we'll probably
no
butcher
promises.
them.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, we try every time, and I think we get worse every time. So. So the movie was directed by Kim Ji-won, and the writer of the film is Park Hoon-jung.
The film premiered in South Korea in August 2010 and then went on to premiere in the US at the 2011 Sundance Film Festival, where it was picked up for distribution by Magnet Releasing and received a limited theatrical release in the US in March 2011.
So I think we should just go for it.
Yeah, let's just get into it. So the film opens on a woman driving through a snowy road. She gets a flat tire, pulls over, and a school bus drives up to her, and a man gets out. That man is Jang Kyung-chul. Again, sorry, we might butcher the names. He is a school bus driver, and he approaches the young woman. She's stranded on the side of the road now. She has called a tow truck to get her vehicle, and he offers her help, with her tire. She says she's totally fine. He then forces his way into her car, beats her unconscious, and then drags her body back to his vehicle. He brings her back home, kills her, and then methodically dismembers her body. We see all of this.
Yeah, we are with them every step of the way.
This is a pretty gruesome film.
Oh, pretty gruesome, very gruesome.
It's extremely gruesome. Apparently, the director was forced to cut parts of it because South Korea wasn't going to put it in theaters.
Yeah.
So we are watching the edited version. So we can only imagine how gruesome this was meant to be.
No, this shit is more violent than Tarantino.
Oh, big time. And there is no fun.
Yeah, it's not fun. It is just disturbing.
Yeah, out of all the serial killers, I think that Kyung-chul is probably the most realistic one we've seen this week.
Oh yeah, and it really scares me. I'll get into later the points where I really find him terrifying, but he is just so freaky in this opening scene. This opening scene has so many. First of all, I love the woman in her car is on the phone with her fiance, and she's like, yeah, I was with the orphans this afternoon. And I was like, girl, you're getting murdered first.
Yeah, I'm just such a good person.
It's giving those drunk driving PSAs when it's kid who has a bright future ahead of him. He's like, oh, I got to go to my university tomorrow and I'm going to be a doctor. And it's like, buddy, you're dying in that car crash tonight. I don't know why, like, that's what it was giving to me.
Yes. And we see her on the phone with her husband. They have like a lovely relationship.
Yes, they're so sweet. They're so in love. They're such a good looking couple. And then it's like, knock, knock, knock.
Yeah. No, quite literally. He like knocks on her window.
Knocks, just smashes it in. Yeah. But yeah, it also, the woman, like, before she dies, like, reveals that she's like, please don't kill me, I'm pregnant. And Kyung Joel just,
no reaction.
No
to
reaction.
that news. And if anything, he's like, let's speed up the process.
Yeah.
So yeah, but he kills her and he is unaware that her wedding ring has slipped off her finger and has fallen into like a kind of a drain he has on his floor. He like kind of looks around for it, doesn't see it.
He like hears it kind of roll away, but he's kind of like, I don't know what made that sound.
Little does he know.
Little does he know.
He should have looked harder.
Yeah. So her body parts are discovered days later in a stream, prompting the police to conduct a search led by Officer O and Officer Jang, who is actually the dead girl's father.
Yes. And there's this really great scene of like, as the police are like discovering different body parts in the river. I actually found the scene very disturbing.
It was very creepy.
Really creepy. And there is hordes of media, like news people, and just like curious
bystanders.
onlookers just watching them. And when they discover her head in the river, the horde like stampedes forward to like get a glimpse of the head.
Yeah.
And I found that, I don't know, and it's all at nighttime. It's really, there's something really eerie about it. And then also I'm always interested in like kind of commentary on the ways that we consume true crime media. And there is something kind of chillingly realistic about that.
Oh, very realistic.
I wrote in my notes that like that was worse, that was harder to watch than the dismemberment.
Yeah, especially you're right. Like they crowd the police so hard that actually the cop holding the box trips and her head like rolls out onto the ground and everyone's like, there it is, there it is, there it is.
It's horrible.
It's
like,
so disturbing.
It's really bad.
And actually the person who the head basically falls right in front of is the dead girl's fiance, Kim Soo-hyun.
Yes.
Yeah, and he is an NIS agent, which I can only imagine is like the Korean CIA. I don't know what the
more like Korean FBI.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
And
so essentially the person whose wife you don't want to murder.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
the person who has every
person.
resource at his disposal to hunt you down.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't make an enemy out of him. But he does.
And Soo-hyun, her husband, is played by Lee Byung-hun from Squid Game.
Yes.
I know, we talked about it. He is a very good-looking man.
He is a fine-looking man.
And you know what? He has remained so in Squid Game.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, back in the day, goddamn.
Yeah. I mean,
Even very handsome.
No, he is. I only knew him. I knew he was a famous Korean actor.
I think I've only seen him in Squid Game.
I was going to say, but I hadn't seen his work. But I remember when season 2, because that's the season he's in, right? When it like was first coming out and they like showed him and that he would be in it. They're like, damn, they got the budget this year. Like, but he's great in this movie.
He's so good.
Yeah.
Also, the serial killer, I don't know if we said this already, is played by Choi Min-sik, who was so good in Old Boy, which we talked about a few weeks ago.
I didn't recognize him at first.
Yeah, no, he looks different and carries himself completely differently.
Yes, like speaks in a different voice almost. I was watching the movie and I was like, that guy is so familiar. What have I seen him in? Like, I know him. I've definitely seen something else. And finally I was like, I gotta pause the movie. I looked up. I was like, oh my God, Odesu?
Oh my God. This guy is brilliant.
He is so scary in this movie.
And I mean, just compared to his performance in Old Boy, it's like such a 180.
Oh yeah, no.
Like this guy is, geez, I like want to see his other stuff now that I've seen him in this as well.
Totally. But also like Old Boy, this is a revenge movie. So Soo-hyun vows to take revenge on his wife's murderer. After the wife's funeral, Soo-hyun meets with Officer Jang to look through the police files. They find 4 possible suspects, all men who have previously been investigated for similar crimes. One of them is Kyung Chul.
Yes. So out of their 4 suspects, one of them is the right guy, but they don't know that at this point.
Yeah. So this then starts such an entertaining scene where Soo-hyun privately interrogates 2 of the suspects to no avail. And by interrogate, we mean basically torture.
Yeah.
Like, he is like Batman vigilante ass, like breaking into their homes, beating them with like wrenches and like, I don't know, crowbars, and just like not giving a fuck.
Oh yeah, like his wife died and he's like, I care about nothing else now than killing the man who killed her.
Yeah, he is so stone cold. So upon searching the 3rd suspect's home, who is Kyung Chul, Soo-hyun finds his wife's wedding ring. That said wedding ring that fell in the drain earlier.
Should have looked harder.
Yeah. So, and like, it's so funny because we are so early in the movie right now. Like, we are only like 20 minutes in.
But that's what I like about this film is you're not expecting him to get the right guy and find the ring so early on. Like, you're expecting a bit more of a cat and mouse, like chase where maybe it's the guy and maybe it's not the guy, and he, you know, they're outsmarting each other type of thing. Like, that's the kind of movie that I thought this would be. And I'm so happy that they did something completely new and different.
It's so great. So yes, I mean, Soo-hyun is also like an NIS agent and has access to police files. So like, of course he's finding him in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So while this is all going on, Kyung Chul actually brings a girl home like in his school bus and assaults her.
Yeah, he is a depraved man. Like, he is just like, he is the devil.
Yeah.
He is pure evil.
He's a monster.
He's a serial killer. He's a rapist. He is basically just like all the bad, evil things in one person.
Yeah, he's a sadist, like has no emotion.
Truly, like a true psychopath. He does not feel.
Yeah. Also, great time to mention with him bringing this other girl. Does no one have stranger danger in South Korea? Is that not a thing?
The women in this movie. I mean, the poor victims.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Why the hell are you like getting into cars with this guy?
No, one girl literally, he's like, "Oh, are you waiting for the bus? I'll give you a ride." And she
gets in. And then she's like nervous, but it's like, well, you got in the car.
I wouldn't even, if I was walking down the road and a cop pulled over and was like, "Oh, I'll give you a ride home," I would not get in.
No, because it's like that. Number one, police are still human. They can be evil.
Yes.
And number two, that could be someone impersonating a cop.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah.
The way that people have showed up on like at women's doorsteps dressed as cops.
Pulled women over dressed as cops. Like, I don't care what uniform you're in. If you are a man approaching me at night, no, you're not.
No, you're not.
No, you're fucking not, because I'm not talking to you.
Oh, yeah. No.
And I'm sure as hell not getting in your school bus.
If you're insistent about it, I'll start running.
Yes. Yeah, I will scream.
I'm sorry. No, like the first victim, Soo-hyun's wife, she was like reasonable, I feel like.
Right. She was in her own car.
She was in her own car.
And she had no choice.
She literally had a busted tire. Like she had nowhere to go. And
it was also snowing.
And it was snowing. And she was very reluctant about this guy. Like, she did not want him to help her. She called her husband to like kind of just have someone on the phone with her. She was like the only reasonable one. I'm like, okay, fine. You did everything right. You were just in an unfortunate scenario.
Right. This next girl, though, like, come on, girl.
Girl.
Yeah.
No, when she got in the car, I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah. I was like, come on, girl. So with this third girl now that he has picked up and brings home and begins to assault her. However, Soo-hyun interrupts and knocks him unconscious. And this is where, again, this is this big final fight scene. You're like, oh my God, what? Wait, how are there like 2 hours left in this movie?
No, like they're fighting already. Like
right.
the confrontation is happening now.
Yeah. And you think that it's all over. And then Kyung-jul wakes up in the field. And you're like, oh shit, what's going on?
Mm-hmm. We learn that Soo-hyun, instead of killing him, has made him swallow a GPS tracker.
He's also given him like a ton of cash.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, what?
What is your move here?
Yeah.
It's at this point, we're a little confused. Kyung-chul wakes up in the field. He gets a taxi. The taxi's already carrying a passenger. And it's also kind of like, did those guys steal that taxi? Like,
and the answer is yes.
Yeah, no, they did.
They killed the actual driver and stole it.
Yes. He murders both of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He very quickly catches on and he's like, all right, you know, you before me kind of thing, and stabs them both. And this is a crazy scene, too.
It is. It's super bloody.
I also, before we move on from the scene, Kyung-chul gets into the car. We still don't know where what's his name, Soo-hyun is. Mm-hmm. And so he gets into the car and the driver is like, we got one more passenger, hope you don't mind. I thought it was gonna cut to Soo-hyun.
Me too.
And I was too. Like, how fucking funny would that be if like he's like, oh hey, do you mind the extra passenger? And it's like Soo-hyun like so stone-faced like, in the back. I would have died, but this is still a great scene.
It is. So he murders them both and then takes the cab, pulls over, he disposes of the bodies and then washes off their blood in a nearby river. He is hurt from when Soo-hyun beat him up earlier, and he heads to a clinic to have like his wounds looked at. And after being treated, because his assault of the other woman was interrupted earlier, he decides to assault one of the nurses.
I have to tell you,
this scene was very disturbing.
This scene really gave me the chills.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. From the start, Kyung-chul is a very scary character,
and again, because he's so not there. Like,
but you know what it made it for this scene for me was in the other scenes we've seen him, it's nighttime. He's alone. Mm-hmm. No one is around. And you're like, okay, like this is his element. Like he can't get caught. He can't get interrupted. He's, doing it stealthy, whatever. Here he is in town in a doctor's office where there is more than one person. It's the doctor and the physician's assistant. And like this is the moment where you're like, oh no, this man has a hair trigger and he does not care what is around him.
No.
What could possibly interrupt him. It's an urge that he will every time feed into. And it is so scary because you're like, well, he wouldn't do it in in broad daylight, in public, in a doctor's office. And you're like, oh no, he would. And he can because he's so fucking like violent and scary.
There's like the kind of when the nurse realizes like what is about to happen to her, the actress that plays her, just like her face, just kind of the dawning realization of that she's about to be assaulted and she can't do anything. Like he will overpower her, was so scary on such a like deep level. I found this scene very disturbing.
Yeah. So before he can further assault the nurse, Soo-hyun arrives in the fucking coldest way possible.
No, it's the best because it's like whenever Kyung-chul like thinks he's alone, shows up.
No, he
shows up and he's there to beat the shit out of him.
No, it is so funny. And the fear on Kyung-chul's face every time. Soo-hyun walks in, no stone-faced, walking up with a fire extinguisher, and in no cuts we're seeing like Kyung-chul like enjoying and assaulting this poor girl, and Soo-hyun literally takes the fire extinguisher, no hesitation, bah! Right aside. Like it was so insane.
It's the best. It's like he senses him doing something evil and is like, I'm there and I'm gonna punch him in the face.
And he beats the shit out of him, bro.
So brutally.
It is so funny. I mean, he really messes him up.
Yeah, he slices his tendons in
Yes.
his ankles.
Oh my God, yeah.
Which, I mean, you can only imagine how fucking painful that is.
Oh, I mean, the way he screams is so intense.
Yeah. And at this point, Soo Hyun's intentions become a little more clear. He intends to just torture this guy for as long as he possibly can.
Yeah.
Like, you will never get away from me. Like, you think I left? I never left.
Yeah.
Like, I will be there and I will rock your shit.
Yeah. And he does.
He does.
Like, this is the second time now that he has just shown up in the middle of like Kyung Chul's like attacks and absolutely like made him look like a bitch.
Yeah. So Kyung Chul, very injured, visits the home of his friend Taiju, who is also a murderer, but he's like a cannibalistic murderer. And like these two like psychos have like found each other and have like a bit of like an alliance sort of thing.
Yeah, this was very much like the villain's lair.
Yes.
But it is like, again, the way these two men play these killers is so unsettling because
chilling. It really
there's
is.
something so realistic about them.
That's what I like about this film is even like I love Silence of the Lambs. Like, what a great film.
Yeah.
But there's something slightly theatrical about the
Hannibal
killers in
Lecter.
Silence of the Lambs, about Hannibal Lecter and about Buffalo Bill. There's something a little theatrical, a little fantastical about them.
Totally.
These guys are like deeply very human monsters. Like, they're just evil, horrible, sick people. But they're the kind of people that it's like, oh, I could pass you on the street.
Yeah. Like, oh, I've made eye contact with you.
Like, there's nothing fantastical or cool or movie-ish about them.
Not at all.
Even the violence is shown in like an extremely matter-of-fact and very gruesome way. Like, this is a very grounded portrayal of just like people who are evil.
Yeah, it really makes your skin crawl. And I would say out of the three movies, this is easily the most horror. Like, if you're a horror fan, like, this will kind of like leave you like looking over your shoulder.
Yes. And I mean, it's a thriller. Like, it's a thriller,
Yes.
but it's gory.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was not quite expecting the level of gore that we ended up getting.
No,
but
yeah, it's
greatly
crazy.
enjoyed. Very well used. So Kyung Chul deduces kind of who Soo Hyun must be after recalling that his wedding ring looked a lot like the one that his wife was wearing when he murdered her. Soo Hyun then, of course, arrives.
Appears out of the shadows.
He's like Batman.
No, he literally is like Batman.
And incapacitates Kyung Chul and Taiju. The next day, they wake up. They're arrested by the police and sent to the hospital. When Kyung Chul wakes up, he overhears Taiju and his friend talking about the fact that he has a GPS tracker inside of him.
Yeah. So he very quickly realizes like he needs to get it out. So after being released, Kyung Chul uses laxatives to excrete the transmitter and plants it on a driver at a truck stop. I didn't need to see him actually go through it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the tone of the film was when he started taking the laxatives, I'm like, oh, we're probably going to see it. And then we do.
And then we did. And
Yeah.
I wish I hadn't. So then Soo Hyun enters Taiju's hospital room to question him and learns that Kyung Chul is going after Jang and his other daughter, who is his murdered fiance's sister. Her name is Seyun. Enraged, Soo Hyun rips Taeju's mouth open, seemingly killing him. This was fucking brutal.
But also like satisfying because this guy like sucked.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Like
his
cannibal friend, like
Yeah.
he was the worst.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like, okay, yeah. Like
Yeah, honestly, also what a fitting way to die. Like
literally.
metaphorical.
So meanwhile, Kyung Chul has already arrived at Jang's house and brutally assaults him. and kills Seihyun, who is obviously Soo-hyun's wife's sister.
Yeah, she's also what you can only seem is like sexually assaulted before she's murdered.
It's heavily implied.
Yeah. Also, like, Se-yeon is so, and even the father is so kind to Soo-hyun.
Yeah.
They really see him like as a son and as a brother. And so
No, they're like, what again makes the movie so disturbing, because again, we're talking about Soo-hyun as like, okay, he's Batman, he shows up and beats this guy up, but we also see earlier in the film these really sweet moments with him on the phone with his wife, him with Jang. Like, this was a guy who like lived a normal, happy, fulfilling life, who has been so taken with his revenge plot that he becomes the kind of violent person that he despises.
yeah, it's just so disturbing to watch.
It is.
But
and
it's
even
weirdly
like his
satisfying too.
It is, because Kyung-chul is such a monster.
Yeah.
Like, such a he is the devil.
He's literally the devil.
But at the same time, seeing Soo-hyun's loss of humanity kind of sucks also, because we see that this isn't who he is.
No, not at all. So in an attempt to avoid Soo-hyun's revenge, Kyung-chul surrenders himself to the police, but Soo-hyun drives by and abducts Kyung-chul in a car before the police can apprehend him.
He knocks his own car door off so he can more easily drag
him. Yeah.
Literally Batman.
No,
he is Batman.
It's insane. And all the police are right there too.
Yeah. They're like just as shocked
No.
as like Kyung-chul is. So Soo-hyun goes to Kyung-chul's house and tortures him. This was immensely satisfying.
Oh boy, did I have a smile on my face.
Yeah. No, this was great.
When Kyung-chul was begging for his life like a bitch.
Yeah.
And saying, I'm sorry. It was so good to
It was
watch.
great. Almost as good as Death Proof. Like,
Yeah.
almost as good as him begging in Death
Yep.
Proof. He then places him under a makeshift guillotine, which Kyung-chul already had that in his basement. We saw him murder another woman with it earlier in the film. So he places him under it and leaves him holding the rope between his teeth to keep the blade from falling, which is just so fucked up in the best way.
Something I also have to point out that happened in this scene that I just love so much is I believe Kyung-chul is at one point begging for Soo-hyun. He's like, just kill me. Just kill me. And Soo-hyun is like, nope, I am not going to kill you until you are at your peak fear. When you are the most scared, the most terrified, that's when I'm going to kill you. Cold as a motherfucker.
And guess what? He has orchestrated.
The biggest fuck you death ever.
Yes. He has invited over Kyung-chul's elderly parents and son that he abandoned like years ago. Like, he has not seen these people in so long. And Soo-hyun invited them over. And when he learns that like they're upstairs and are like here to visit, like, he starts freaking out. They open the door and he like opens his mouth and the blade falls and kills him.
And we see his severed head roll off.
Good.
It's so great.
And from far away, Soo-hyun is listening to like the family crying over like a monitor that he placed near Kyung-chul's head. And he then, now that he's gotten his revenge, like finally breaks down in tears as he walks away.
It's a very dark ending.
It is.
It also plays with, since this is such a heavy like revenge movie, plays with that idea we talked about it in our revenge episode, like the revenge is never as cathartic as you might think it is, and that pain doesn't go away. This movie, I wrote in my notes, is the definition of both of them fucked around and found out. Like,
yeah,
both men fucked around and they found out.
absolutely. I mean, again, this was a first watch for me. I think this was my pick. Was this my pick?
I want to say yes.
I feel like this was my pick because I know I've wanted to watch this for a while. And really, really happy we did.
Yeah, I thought it was so good.
This is like, it's a really dark film, and it's definitely not for the faint of heart, but for someone who maybe enjoys things like, you know, like Seven or Silence of the Lambs, this is very in line with that.
Yeah.
A great crime thriller horror, just genuinely awesome, amazing performances from every actor involved.
I love the, like, I know we were like, oh, we thought the movie was going to be a bit more cat and mouse, but it kind of is in a way.
It is just in like a way more messed up way than you think it'll be.
And I love the dynamic between these two main actors. It is so satisfying to watch.
No, it really is. And like Kyung-chul's kind of realization of what's happening to him and who's doing this and why is really satisfying.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, it's just like honestly kind of a brilliant thriller. It's great and would highly recommend to people who haven't seen it, and really happy that we watched it for this because I don't know if I would have watched it.
I
like,
probably
recently.
wouldn't have, because
Yeah.
I don't think I heard of it before you recommended it for this.
Well, I'm so happy. I'm glad that you enjoyed. I kind of thought you would like this one.
Yeah,
after I watched it, I'm like, I bet Maggie likes this
No,
one too.
I really liked it. This is like, I love like thrillers like this. I just think it's so much like fun in a really weird way. And again, like the revenge aspect is so satisfying to watch. The only thing that holds it back from being a higher score is it's 2.5 hours long.
It is long.
It's a long movie. So that is like kind of,
It's long and it's like dark and gruesome.
Yeah.
So it's a long, dark and gruesome movie.
Yeah. So otherwise it would be a 10, but I'm going to give it an 8.
I think I'd go like maybe 7.5. 7.5. Yeah, I because I would say I think this is in line with Death Proof for me. I've like really enjoyed it. But like I think out of the 3 films we watched this week, American Psycho is probably my favorite, just because
Really?
I don't know, I just think it's funny. Like I just think, and also it really sent me into like this spiral of like, who am I and who are we?
Right. We're all Patrick Bateman.
Stop.
Honestly, the pick for my favorite this week is really hard.
These are
This was a great lineup.
like I thoroughly enjoyed all 3 of these.
I honestly think Death Proof might have been my favorite this week.
I'm shocked.
I know. I'm
but
shocked
like,
myself.
So valid, honestly.
Literally, it's when I tell you it's teetering so close with I Saw the Devil, it's just like I like the fact that Death Proof is actually pretty short for a movie.
Yes.
Whereas I Saw the Devil is very long for a movie.
That is fair. And also Death Proof is just a good time.
Yeah, it's
like,
just so much
It
fun.
is just unashamedly a good time movie that like anyone and everyone will have a lot of fun with, where this is definitely not fun. It's just really good.
Yeah. So
I mean, there's an element of fun to it, maybe.
when you're watching Kyung-chul get his ass kicked, you're having
that's
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
That torture scene at the end, I was like, yeah.
Yeah, you
Like,
are smiling
yes.
ear to ear. But yeah, I thought this was a really, really fun lineup this week.
Agreed.
Especially because like it's such a heavy subject matter in a way. But I think like watching fictional serial killers.
It allowed us to have more fun with it, I think.
Right. And again, the 3 movies we watched, only one was like a serious thriller. The other 2 had such fun plays on this like American serial killer that you're like, damn.
I mean, Patrick Bateman is just such a satire. Even Stuntman Mike is a bit of a play on the villains of those kinds of movies that were made in the 70s. So there's a bit of a parody element to him as well, which I think is what made Kyung-chul so disturbing this week, is that this is a representation of a serial killer that is extremely realistic.
Yeah, again, this is a man who like is too familiar in a very unsettling way.
Yes. Which I'm glad that we did a bit of a variety.
Yeah.
So that only one made me feel like I needed to lock my door at night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not worried about Patrick Bateman. He's like fixing his hair.
Yeah. I'm not worried about Stuntman Mike.
I don't
We're
drive.
in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so true. I think if we had watched 3 movies that were very much like I Saw the Devil, I'd be like sleeping with a nightlight.
A little bit, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this was a fun week. And I really enjoyed myself. I really enjoyed all 3 of these films. You know what? Now that I think about it, I'm like, do I like Death Proof as much as American Psycho? I don't know.
Yeah, they're just such 3 very different movies.
They're so different. It's so hard to compare. So yeah, I'm between Death Proof and American Psycho for my favorite, even though I Saw the Devil is awesome.
Yeah.
And might on a second watch, which I will be watching this again.
I 100% will be watching this again.
Maybe on a second watch, it might
jump.
I could see it jumping, but for now.
This week was great. Next week, I'm so excited
we
to
have
talk
such
about
a fun lineup.
this. First of all, next week is an 18 plus episode.
We're getting sexy.
We're getting kinky.
We're getting sexy over here.
Our next episode is Kink on Film. And we are watching 3 very kinky movies.
We're doing Secretary, The Piano Teacher, or Les Pianistes if you're French, and 50 Shades of Grey.
Come on, we had to do 50
We
Shades
had to
of
do
Grey.
50 Shades of Grey.
We can't do a kinky movie and not do
we
that.
have to talk about it, and we hope to see you next week. We hope you watch all those 3 movies
Please.
in short succession.
Please.
Before joining us next week. We really hope you do.
We have so much to say on them.
Yes. Oh, we have a lot.
You're going to look forward to it.
All right. We will see you soon. Thank you for watching. And remember to like and subscribe.
Comments in bio.
And comment as well.
Yes, yeah.
All right. Bye.
Bye.